up, you guys? Today I'm going to be doing the tattoo tag. I wanted to do this for quite some time. I just, one, didn't have a channel, and two, didn't have enough tattoos for it to even feel like worth doing. So that's what I'm going to do today. I finally got a tripod. So I'm standing right now because it's just easier because I do have tattoos kind of spread all out. I'm going to do it, I guess in chronological order of the first all the way to the last. I'm gonna try to do this as quickly as I can. I do have quite a few. I don't have like a huge amount, but I do have enough that it's going to take me a little while to kind of get through them. But I am gonna try to hurry up so you guys aren't gonna have to sit through a 30-minute long video like my vlog was. So anyways, my first tattoo I got when I was 15. It was by my sister. I got it for Christmas. It's probably one of my most meaningful tattoos. I only have 2 tattoos that actually have meaning to them. The rest of them I just got because I wanted to. I think they look cool. And that is this one. I don't know if you can see it. I got it, like I said, when I was 15 on Christmas from my sister. It's the date my grandpa was born and when he passed away in Roman numerals. Sorry if you can hear the cars. I'm in front of my window again. I'm trying to talk as loud as I can. I still have to get a mic. I'm just trying to like find which one's gonna be best. But anyways, yeah, it's special to me because, like I said, it was the day my grandpa was born and when he passed away. And what's even more cool about it is my son was actually born on my grandpa's birthday. So being like as close to him as I was, it's just even more special to me now. So yeah, my second tattoo, was actually right here. It's been covered up since. It was a jellyfish, believe it or not, and I got it when I was 18. I'll put a picture. I'll try to put one in here, but if I can't figure out how to edit it in between the video, I'll just put all of them at the end, and I'll put this one side by side, the jellyfish, so you can kind of see what it looked like before and after the cover up. I got it done, like I said, when I was 18. It was my first legal tattoo. I was so excited, didn't research the artist, got it done at some little shop in Dangerfield, Texas, I think, by an apprentice while Jordan was getting the rest of his chest piece worked on. And so, yeah, it ended up turning out like shit. It looked like it was drawn on with a pen. You'll see when I add in the picture, it was just terrible. So she had to go. So yeah, now I have this pretty little flower. This was probably like my sixth or seventh tattoo. And most people are like, oh my God, it would have looked so much better if it was in color. But I want nothing on me except for black and gray. I do have a little bit of color, which you'll see in this one and on my leg. But ideally, I just want nothing but black and gray. I just think it looks like elegant, but it also ages a little bit better than color tattoos. So yeah, my third tattoo was this one, jellyfish. Oh wait, no, it was my it was this one. So this is the one that I do have color. It's really hard to show this color on. I don't know if you can see, my pineapple does have yellow in it, and it's in a triangle. That's probably my second most asked about tattoo, is why do you have a pineapple on your leg? And simplest question is, I don't know, I just really like pineapples. The light is kind of glaring on that, but that is a pineapple. It's just the light's blocking it. I have pineapple decor everywhere, on my car, clothing, house decor. I just love pineapples. And the triangle was not only something to make it a little bit more different, because I like weird stuff that, you know, does make you kind of question why that person has it, and it's just like different. But triangles are my favorite shape, and then it also goes tie and tie with one of my favorite bands, Alt J. They have a song called Tessellate, and in it he says triangles are my favorite shape, so that's why pineapple is in a triangle. It makes it look a little cooler. And fun fact, Jordan, we didn't want to do name tattoos or anything like that, but he does have a pineapple. It looks like it's being unpeeled or something on his arm, and that's supposed to be his tattoo for me. But anyways, so that's my third tattoo. My fourth tattoo was this one. It was back in its prime. It was like just this on my shoulder. It has been reworked. My sister did rework it because it just didn't heal that great over time. I didn't really go to an artist that was more well-rounded in what I was wanting, because I do like strictly line work, strictly like geometric, very intricate, detailed tattoos. So some people, you know, they specialize in American traditional, or they specialize in realism, or, you know, color. I just kind of was like, hey, I want this, but I never really looked into, when I first started getting tattooed, aside from my sister, obviously, who does specialize in realism portrait tattooing. So she hates whenever I ask her to tattoo me, because I just want line work, and she hates that. She hates doing it. So, but she's good. Like, she's way better at it than people that, you know, I don't know, have been doing it, I guess. Like, anyways. So yeah, she reworked that one. My next tattoo after that was my sternum, and that was pretty rough, simply because I used the numbing agent Hush, and you're supposed to put it on an hour before you get tattooed, which I did. But when we got there, he's the same guy that did this. When we got there, he was, well, he didn't have the sketch ready. We kind of talked for a while, me and Jordan, and so it just, like, a lot of time got killed. So by the time he started tattooing, I didn't feel the outline at all. It just kind of felt like someone was like brushing it against your skin. But as soon as it wore off, it was brutal. I've read in people's reviews that when it does wear off, that it does amplify the pain significantly, and it did, because this is the only tattoo I went to hypersensitivity on. I was shaking. When I went to sit up, I felt like I was gonna pass out. Not to be dramatic. And I was much skinnier then too, so it did feel like it was just like on my bone. And so yeah, it is, this is the other like bit of color that I have on me. This is the only other color that I do have, and it goes all the way up here. I am going to have it added on. I'm going to have it brought out to here, and same on the other side, and then have like the little chandelier things brought down a little bit more to like my belly button. So yeah, that one is my tattoo for Jordan. The blue stone in the center is his birthstone. So I think it's like a cool, because we wanted tattoos in the event, God forbid, we ever broke up, that it wouldn't be, so we could like play it off, you know. It's not something like, oh, I have Jordan literally tattooed on my arm. So yeah, that's the meaning behind that. That's my other meaningful tattoo. The others have no meaning. Like I said, I just like them. After that one, my sister did her first line work piece, which was on the back of my neck. I finally convinced her for my birthday 2 years ago, and I like it. I think it's dope as fuck. I think I'm in the, yeah. Okay, so eventually I would like to have it added onto, so like added onto the back of like my hairline, kind of framing my hairline, and then brought down into a point in between my traps. I think that would just look so cool. But I'm gonna have my arm finished first before I start any more big pieces. So that was, I don't even know what number I'm on now. The next tattoo I got after that was, I think it was this one, like my jellyfish getting covered up. After that, my sister, no, it was this one. The same guy that did this, his name's Casey, and he's at Hingham High in Odessa. He did this, and he does specialize in American traditional, so this was another one of those like stepping out of his own style to do, but he did pretty good for someone that's never done anything geometric. And maybe I put too much faith in people, especially when it comes to something being permanently placed on my arm, but I like it. I think it's really cool. So it starts here, and then it does wrap all the way around to here. And I get a lot of questions about the negative space. I just think it's really cool. You don't see it very often. People are like, oh, are you gonna fill it in? But just imagine, like, the rest of my arm down here is gonna be filled in, and this whole upper part of my arm is gonna be filled in, and that's just gonna be the only place that doesn't have any coloring. I do like black work where they just like black out everything. So eventually if I do change my mind, I might end up blacking that completely out. But I feel like on the elbow that might be a little brutal, but if I want it bad enough, I know that I can sit through it. Just like my sternum, because the pain was excruciating, but it still wasn't bad enough to deter me from wanting to have it like bigger and better. So the next tattoo I got after that was, oh no, I skipped some. Okay, so at the same time I hate feet, so I'm sorry if you hate feet too. I got this one on my foot. It says good vibes. Some people have a hard time reading it, some people don't, but I got that one at this little shop by this hippie dude in Springfield, Missouri, I believe it was. Yeah, and he also did my finger dots, and this is probably my most asked about question, like when it comes to tattoos, is why do you have dots on your fingers? I was a manager at O'Reilly's for a little while, or RSS. The real manager like to call us managers, but I just say it's like a key holder management. Anyways, when I was working there, everyone always asked about why I have dots on my fingers, because, you know, I'm at the computer typing in like car parts and shit that they need, and I guess it's just kind of distracting is the dots. And I've had people say like, oh, is it Morse code for something? Like, is that the amount of people that you've killed? But no, the simple answer to it, like all of my tattoos, is I thought it looked cool, so I got it. There's no meaning behind it, absolutely none. Like all of my tattoos except for 2. After that, I got I think that's when I started getting my arm. Yeah, my sister, she did this little bit. When she touched up this, she did like I said, I think I said in this one, she reworked this whole bit, and then she added this right here. So it's kind of like this similar style to the one on the back of my neck. I love it. I think it's really cool. I wish I would have just waited and let her do this whole one like originally, but like I said, like that's pretty good for someone that doesn't do line work. She specializes in, like I said, realism portraits. Just like the guy, his name's Arturo Garcia. He is the one that is going to be finishing the rest of my arm, and he is going to be redoing, well, I guess I shouldn't say redoing, he's going to be touching up and then adding and expanding the rest of my sternum. He does specialize, same thing, my sister, photorealism and portraits, and he too has never done anything like line work, anything that's really my style, but he's so well-rounded, I guess. Like if you see like his sketches and stuff, like he's like an artist. Like my sister, if you actually look at her like portraits and oil paintings and like all this, she's like phenomenal. So I knew like he would be able to do it. I had a gut feeling, and he really like knocked it out of the park. He did this bit right here, and he also he added on to this back part right here, and then right here, and it just, oh, I think it looks so fucking dope. Look at that. Yeah, so he's gonna finish the rest of my arm, which I'm really excited about. Me and Jordan have a habit of, we take turns. Like he has a big piece coming up in January, and once he is getting his tattoo, then I make my appointment for mine, because Arturo usually is like booked like crazy out. So like this one I got done in June, but I made my appointment at the beginning of March, so it's gonna be kind of the same thing to get this finished, but he's like worth it. This is probably it is the biggest tattoo that I have, and it also took the longest. It took 7.5 hours, and I only took 1 break, which is pretty fucking cool. But it was because he had to do some stuff, otherwise I was just sitting and I think I had to pee. But other than that, like he did really, really good. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all the tattoos that I have. And I did get a couple questions on Instagram, and I'll try to knock those out really quick. The first question was, how many tattoos do I have? If you guys have been counting, please tell me. I have no idea. A lot. Or what I would consider a lot. I'm not heavily tattooed, but I'm also more tattooed than most people, I guess. The second is, how old would Tegan have to be before I let him start to get tattooed? It honestly just depends. If it's something super meaningful, that's small, that I know that he's going to not regret when he gets older, maybe I'll sign off when he's like 16 or 17, but ideally I'd probably wait until he's 18 and can make his own decisions. And if he wants to have cover-ups, because me and Jordan have both had our fair share of cover-ups, he can go on that exciting journey on his own. At least, you know, you get fun stories, but you don't want it to be something that you really can't fix. And the last question was if I could use a percentage of how much of my body I plan to have tattooed. I suck at math, so I'm just gonna say my whole arm's gonna be sleeved out. I plan on having the pretty big piece on my back, probably add in some more, and then I plan on sleeving out one of my legs, the one with the pineapple. So I guess, to be fair, I think I'm aiming to have more of my skin tattooed than the skin that isn't tattooed. I love tattooed people. I love the way it looks. You know, I'm moderately tattooed. Jordan's pretty heavily tattooed. My sister's heavily tattooed. My dad is decently tattooed. I don't know, I just love tattoos. I think they're cool. They make people unique. I can appreciate the artwork behind it. Yeah, it's kind of like an addiction. Like once you start, you just like keep thinking of, oh, I want this next. Oh, I want this next. Oh, I want this next. So anyways, I've rambled on long enough. Like I said, I'm gonna add in some of those pictures like now at the end. So you guys can look at those closer up, because this is probably not the best angles. But anyways, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And if you have any recommendations on what you guys want me to film next, you can leave them down below, or you can follow me on my Instagram. I'll have it linked in the bio. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.